Good evening. I'm Praise Mercy, the face behind the page Healing Hub. And so today I thought I would try specs, but I don't know. I feel like I'm looking weird, like the light is like coming back to my eyes, and I cannot. Okay, I'm back. I had a disruption with network there. I don't know how I forgot my Airtel does it better for me compared to my, the wireless item. We thank God for staying at the border. Eh? It always comes to the rescue for me when I'm doing these live chats and all. And so, as we'll continue with our, we're keeping this just simple and basic, just talking healing and why I advocate so much for it, right? So for me, like I've always mentioned, I actually feel my talking, coming on here and talking about healing and all that may help someone, like, reach out for their own journey earlier than I did, because I spent years, like, sometimes I feel they were wasted years, when have solutions, you'll be like, why didn't I meet this like sooner? But well, it is what it is. Hey, I guess this was just the time the Lord was waiting for. Yeah, the appointed time, I call it. Like I mentioned last week, I'm an ardent believer of the Bible. So it's just as well I'm here today and we're, talking about these things. And so we're going to be keeping things simple. I guess it may become a bit more complicated when I invite a person or two who are actually, therapists, whatnot. They may have the jargon, those big words for any field, I was actually meeting some of them when I was reading about, the shame, how shame manifests. I saw, oh, this is quite a lot to take in. Even I couldn't. I was like, no, I will not, like try to memorize the exact words, because I would end up saying all the wrong things on here, and then Dr. Kadochi or someone else would then come and say, you were feeding people poison. You'll be the one to use the medical jargon, the statements that are used for types of shame, how it's described medically or psychologically and all that. It's my prayers that as we go out, get to, get into the field a bit. I'm a person who loves, to learn human behavior. It's actually a favorite of mine. I was telling my therapist one of these days, saying, if only there was, a faculty at university that just studies men, I would have joined that one. I'm so sure, because the way I just am interested in the wiring, like how do they operate, just for interest's sake, because them being different from the lady and all that, and probably me being daddy's girl, I guess that's one of the reasons why I'm so interested. I was like, if only they would create something like that, the study of men, menology. Oh well, so I don't know why I'm feeling all goofy today. I'm like, I thought I was going to be all serious, coming on with the shame, we just get on with it and whatnot, but wow, I'm just here to chat. So we've established over the weeks that healing is not removing from the event or whatever, or events even that may have happened to you. It's not removing the impact that stuff had on you. It's just you deciding that the stuff that you went through is no longer going to control you. where I trust we're on the same page. I hope we're on the same page. I try to seek out if we agree, because I remember when I was starting on this journey, I used to get so offended, even on those most simple things. It's actually interesting to me that, wow, the way I used to just get angry just at the idea. I would actually just bring my mind to a thought that says they are belittling what I went through. They are making small of what I went through. That's why they think it was a they thing, huh? These people who call themselves experts at this healing thing, they just think it's so simple, huh? And I'd get angry, like, and the emotion of anger would just like come up like that, like for real. I'd actually know I'm angry. But then, now that I'm looking in retrospect, I'm noticing, when I'm looking back, I'm noticing really that it was a thing of refusing to look within. And so that's where we are starting our real talk, because yeah, all along I was just, goofing around, being funny, right? So refusing to look within is a place to start. Is a sign of shame. I did promise we were going to do a bit of a rundown on those, how shame manifests in a person, right? So this is where we are going to start. Like, how I understood it is, it's not going to be, like, what's the word? Well, it's not going to be a chronological, like shame manifesting as this, like shame manifesting as that. We're just talking, right? So where we are going to start is the healthy shame I mentioned last week, right? Like, shame is a healthy emotion, right? It keeps us in check. It shows us our human limitations, right? Like even when a child, when they are growing, there are things that they do, like they start to walk and they stumble and fall. There's that feeling of, oh, I failed this thing. But because it's healthy shame, they're able to come back up and walk. If you've noticed, the child doesn't remain like, fallen. They don't remain in the position where they were before, or because they failed to walk the first time. But then when it becomes toxic, to make it simple, it would look like a child, falling. It's their first time walking, they fall, and then they refuse to walk ever again, because they feel like the people's eyes are what determines if they are good at what they are doing or not. Sounds familiar? Because with the adults, I'm so sure that's what some of us, I won't say all of us, may be experiencing. There are people who like procrastinate. That's another way of shame manifesting. Someone would not do anything unless they are so sure it will all come out perfect. I'm letting that sink in. I remember last week I mentioned I was so traumatized reading the book Healing the Shame That Binds You. I remember, of all, I've read. Forgive me, it seems my internet is not cooperating much today, but I hope we will push through. I may not spend the usual hour, but I hope we get somewhere with this. So I was saying the healthy shame is one who stumbles and falls and then just acknowledges that they're just human. That's what's to be expected of a human being, But then when it comes to toxic shame, it's shame that causes for you to feel like you are above or below the human being, like the ordinary, the normal human being, right? Let me try to switch my internet again. I hope it cooperates, because tonight is a bit tricky. So I think most